This is the year the Pittsburgh Steelers will shock the world and win Super Bowl number 7. So, since the Pittsburgh Steelers' last Super Bowl, they've been a just above average team, so they could have a winning record, but not a team that could win playoff games. Haven't won playoff games in 8 years? Well, this season is different. Not only will they get over the hump and win playoff games, they will win the Super Bowl in 2025. But first, before I tell you why, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. Also like this video. Now, let's get right into it. So, the Steelers have done everything they could this offseason in terms of adding talent, trading players, signing free agents to get the perfect team in order to compete for a Super Bowl. And they've brought in veterans who have done it in the past, and veterans who are on the back stages of their career, but still hungry enough to go out and get it done. And when you look at the Steelers, they haven't had a quarterback like this in quite a while. This quarterback that we have in Aaron Rodgers is high IQ. He may not be the guy he once was in Green Bay, winning all those MVPs, but he's still someone who can throw the football, make the right decisions, and be a game manager. And a game manager at a high level. And having Aaron Rodgers can really help this football team in terms of getting the ball to this young wideout group. When you have a veteran like him who can throw over the middle field, make every throw possible, it makes everything better. But what helps the team? It's the offensive line. And Aaron Rodgers hasn't had an offensive line like this in quite a while. He's someone who needs to stay upright in order to make those throws. And the Steelers' offense line has gotten better and better. And now this season, their offense line is actually a great group. The only question mark might be left tackle just to see what Brock Jones has done. But in the preseason, he's been solid. The Steelers have an offensive line, Broderick Jones, Isaac Seumalo, Zach Frazier, someone who's coming along very, very good. Mason McCormick, someone who has took a good step forward in his rookie year and now in his second. And the Troy Fautanu, who's shown some things in the preseason and camp. So they have an offensive line group that can help Aaron Rodgers stay upright. And when that happens, they could be dominant in the offensive group. And they have the running backs, the wide receiver talent to be a great offense as well. They have DK Metcalf, the do-it-all wide receiver, someone who go up and get jump balls. They have Kelvin Austin, that shifty guy. They have Roman Wilson, the route runner. They have Scotty Miller, the route runner. They have Jalen Warren, the running back, who's physical, but he's also a pass catcher. Someone in Caleb Johnson who could truck you. Someone in Kenneth Gainwell, who's the pass catcher. They have just a well-rounded offense, and this is the year they get over the hump. Not only to add in tight ends, they have the best tight end group in the NFL. Pat Freiermuth, a really good tight end, and Jonnu Smith, who just made the Pro Bowl last season, and Darnell Washington, someone who's coming into his own as the blocker, but also the red zone threat. So the Steelers' offense looks to be dominant. But over the years, the one thing the Pittsburgh Steelers lacked was offense, and their defense was the one to carry them. Their defense was the one that every single year you knew that they were going to be the ones that are carrying this football team. Well, they still have a great defense that can do that. So if their offense could help just a little bit more, it could really go a long way. So their defense is still high end. You look at the players they brought in and traded for. They got Jalen Ramsey, one of the best nickel quarterbacks maybe of all time. He's a great player and maybe eventually a Hall of Famer. So he comes in this season with the Steelers and could be a difference maker there. The Steelers haven't had a nickel cornerback who could be a high-end player in a long time. And now he comes in this season ready to make a difference. And also the Steelers have Darius Slay on the outside. One of the best outside cornerbacks in this league for such a long time. And now he's a Pittsburgh Steeler. He's in the final years of his career, but he still plays at a high level, and he's ready to win another Super Bowl. And obviously, we have Joey Porter Jr. locking it down on the outside, and what he has done since his rookie year. So, the Steelers' cornerbacks, if players can't catch the ball on this team, how do they expect to win? The Steelers have a lockdown cornerback group. Now, looking at the Steelers' defense of line, edge rushers, they've won the best defensive line of edge rushers in the NFL. And the biggest thing over the years was the Steelers' secondary was not good. They would allow quick throws and allow these players not to have a chance to even get to the quarterback. But now with such a lockdown cornerback group, it will have time because people won't be wide open. These quick throws won't happen. It'll allow time for the defense to get pressure on the quarterback. And we have TJ Watt, the best player in general in the NFL on defense. And if he gets back to his defense player year ways, the Steelers just will be a magnificent team just on that alone. And on opposite side of him, we have Nick Herbig and Alex Highsmith. Those are two pass rushers who are dominant and starters on their own right and double-digit sack guys. So that will be magnificent with TJ Watt and those guys. And this defense line, adding in Derek Harmon, someone who could stuff the run and be a pass rusher, it could really help. A first-round talent in the middle is a big deal. And then still having Cameron Hayward there, who is a double-digit sack guy in himself, but also a good run stuffer, that helps as well. And then Benton in another year, getting better and better each season, it's going to be a really good thing to see with this defense line, and the Steelers' defense should be dominant. Now, moving over to the linebackers and the safeties position. Yes, the safeties are a little bit down this year because Minkah Fitzpatrick isn't there, but it's a well-rounded veteran group who's seen it all. Deshaun Elliott is the best free agent acquisition we've had in a long time. Last season, he was dominant, and now this season, he'll be even better. Second season in this defense. So Deshaun Elliott, in his lone right, will help this team a lot. He's a great player and one of the favorites on this team for me. So, Chuck Clark being added is a veteran guy. You have Juan Thornhill, who's a veteran guy who could be the box safety, who could be the lurker. So the Steelers secondary looks to be in good hands. And when the cornerbacks aren't getting beat deep, which they shouldn't because of the guys they have, maybe that secondary and safety group doesn't have to be used as much. There doesn't have to be much double coverage because you actually have good secondary cornerbacks. And now moving over to the linebackers, the Steelers have people coming back in Cole Holcomb. He was the starter before he got injured, a top tier starter, but now he's the third inside linebacker and a guy who's going to be in rotation. So having a guy who's played at a high level like that in rotation just shows the depth that we have on this team. And having Patrick Queen, the do-it-all linebacker, the coverage guy, the run stuffer, it really helps. And having the second-year guy in Peyton Wilson come in, he showed a lot first year. Second year, he'll be even better as the coverage guy. So the Steelers secondary, the Steelers defense in general, looks to be amazing. And when we see past years, this defense has carried the Steelers to playoff games, which they probably shouldn't have even been in. Have given the Steelers a chance every year, have given them the winning record. And with them doing the exact same thing that they've done previous year in terms of carrying, and this offense taking that next level and actually helping out, I can't see why the Steelers can't be Super Bowl contenders and potentially win Super Bowl number 7. And the thing is, I didn't mention special teams. The Steelers had the best kicker in the NFL in Chris Boswell last season. And coming into this season, he looks to be even better and be top tier as well. The Steelers just had a punter who was in a competition battle and won it. So having that competition and someone who has a chip on his shoulder really helps. And having a long snapper, the Christian Kuntz, really helps as well because he's a top tier guy. So the Steelers have a dominant defense, a dominant special teams, and an offense who's on the rise, and a veteran group, and looks to be amazing. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, they have a chip on their shoulder this year. They have a few years left in some of these veterans who've just came over, and they know that if it's not this year, when will it be? The Steelers are building for a Super Bowl in terms of what their front office is doing, and this season is the year of the Pittsburgh Steelers and the stairway to 7. Super Bowl number 7 in 2025. So anyway, that is the end of this video. but this is why the Pittsburgh Steelers will win the Super Bowl. They have a dominant team who's ready to get it done. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on this. Do you believe the Pittsburgh Steelers have any chance to win a Super Bowl? And what are your predictions for the season for your Pittsburgh Steelers? Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, highlights, analysis reports. Everything surrounding this football team, I have you covered all season long. So you want to stay tuned to Steelers Report, this channel, for the best spot for your football team. And that's it for me today, but tomorrow I'll be right back with another video, and I'll see you guys all later. I'm out. Peace.